Is Star Wars Battlefront a good game? I've been playing this game for 4 weeks now, which I found fun and enjoyable, but the game can get pretty disappointing at times. Star Wars Battlefront has a variety of game modes, ranging from playing as a rebel or stormtrooper, playing as one of the 6 heroes, piloting a snowspeeder or the mighty X-Wing starfighter, or even taking control of the legendary AT-AT. Star Wars Battlefront has a huge amount of gameplay styles, and they all offer a lot of fun. Playing as a rebel or stormtrooper is very fun, especially while playing with the game's power-ups, which are blue collectibles laid all over the map, such as Thermal Imploder, Squad Shield, and my personal favorite, the very powerful Orbital Strike.
That is the end of Skywalker. Now we will crush this rebellion.
Those power-ups are what make Star Wars Battlefront stand out from all the other FPSs, because all of them are very fun to use and add something new to the game. In fact, playing as a rebel or stormtrooper is flawless in almost every way, except for the lack of weapons. The game only has 11 weapons, with all of them being unique, but sadly you can't set really powerful weapons like a sniper or rocket launcher as your main weapons, which is kind of a disappointment, but hopefully they will add more and feature DLC packs. Hopefully most of the DLC packs will be free, since the latest one, the Battle of Jakku DLC pack, is free. It also sucks how you can't really carry multiple weapons. The good thing is that you can change your weapons when it respawn. Technically you can carry multiple weapons, but they're only available as star cards or power-ups. Star cards are an interesting new addition to the Battlefront series, which can give you stuff like jump packs, pulse cannons, impact grenades, ion torpedoes, etc. You have to unlock them using credits, which are in-game currency you get from playing base command on your mobile device or from playing the multiplayer modes. Speaking of modes, Star Wars Battlefront only has 3 single-player game modes, and so far 10 multiplayer game modes, and yes, I am including the Battle of Jakku DLC pack. That's all the game has to offer though, with more DLC packs coming soon, and if you want to get them early, you can spend $70 on a season pass. Yes, you've heard me right, $70 for a season pass. Yet I paid $80 for a game that doesn't have a lot to offer. Not even the most hardcore Star Wars fan would find the season pass worth the price. Why sell a game that feels incomplete for $80 and then let everybody access the full content for $70? Whatever you do, don't buy the season pass. Wait for a price drop. I think it should sell for at least half price.
You will know the power of the dark side.
The game only gives you 14 maps with only 5 worlds. Anyways, going back to gameplay, this game does do a fantastic job, especially while piloting a starship, because you can go into first-person view in a ship, which is very amazing, because if you ever wanted to know what being in a Star Wars starship is like, this is your go-to game, because the sound effects are very accurate, and the shadow and lighting effects are spectacular. Also, taking down AT-ATs are very satisfying.
Release tow cable. Last one of the walkers are down.
You can play as an AT-ST or in an AT-AT, which you can only control in the multiplayer game modes, not in the single-player game mode. Both are very satisfying to use, but I just wish you got to spend more time in an AT-AT, since you only spend less than a minute in there. But something even more satisfying than being in an AT-ST or AT-AT is playing as a hero. You have the option to choose from Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia Organa, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and Emperor Palpatine, who's probably the most crappiest character in the game. The only bad thing about playing as a hero is that you have to play in third-person mode, not in first-person, which would have been awesome. But I do like how you can use the Force as Luke or Vader, use a jetpack as Boba Fett, shoot with lots of power using Leia or Han, and even shooting lightning using Emperor Palpatine. Luke and Vader are very overpowered, defeating every hero very easily, except Leia and Palpatine, who can spawn hero health pickups, but then you as a hero can actually steal it from them. Speaking of hero health pickups, those spawn like crazy. As soon as you pick one up, another one spawns like 5 seconds later. It's almost impossible not to die as a hero, especially since you have much improved defense from attacks, and especially if you're using Boba Fett.
Narrow canyons up ahead.
Star Wars Battlefront is a very gorgeous game, with graphics that make the 360's graphics look like something from the early 90s. The characters' faces do look kind of weird though, especially Luke. In this game, Luke looks kind of like a doll. The Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett all look fine, but everyone else? Yeesh. Well, you can customize your character, ranging from different faces to different aliens. And for some weird reason, you can play as a stormtrooper without a helmet, which completely ignores the Star Wars franchise. Because the only stormtrooper that ever takes their helmet off in Star Wars history is Finn in The Force Awakens. By the way, The Force Awakens was a pretty good movie, but it is a little overrated in my opinion. You can also play as a Shadow Trooper or a Scout Trooper, which you unlock at rank 40 and 50. Going back to the graphics, Star Wars Battlefront still does an amazing job. From the beautiful lakes in Endor to the sandy ruins of Tatooine, Star Wars Battlefront makes you actually feel like you're in a Star Wars movie. Even in split screen, there are no quality downgrades at all, except that it runs at 30 FPS instead of 60 FPS, but still very impressive.
Before the Imperials do.
Star Wars Battlefront is a beautiful game, and there is no denying that. The variety of gameplay styles, like using a snowspeeder, AT-AT, speeder bike, or even playing as a hero, or even as a rebel or stormtrooper, which are the main gameplay styles, are very satisfying to use, making this game stand out from the crowd. But the lack of a story mode, limited amount of single-player game modes, and a $70 season pass are what weighed this game down a lot. If you want to buy this game, wait for it to drop to like $40, because this game is very innovative, but lacks a lot. This game would get a 7.5 out of 10. I would recommend this game to anyone who loves Star Wars or is new to FPSs. But you should have a Live or Plus subscription to enjoy this game the most. Alright then YouTube, I will see you in my next video.